Hello, everybody. My name is Yong Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from round 10, the last of the day of the X-Wing World Championships. This game is interesting. The stakes here.
That's one way to say it.
There's a lot going on. We're going to break it down very specifically here. So XY is currently at 2 losses.
7-2.
7-2. Now, if he beats Pierre, there is a high likelihood chance, because of how good Pierre's record is. Currently, he is only at a single loss. That he would receive enough strength of schedule to be a part of that top 8 for XY.
Right.
Pierre, if he were to lose this game, ends up at 8-2, probably has enough SOS to be in the top 8, but it is not guaranteed because we don't know the final calculations of everybody else's strength of schedule. So Pierre
it changes every minute. Every time someone submits a score,
it changes.
The entire tournament changes.
Correct. So it is really, this is a playoff game right now. This is essentially an elimination game. Both players know it.
They're talking about it.
They are aware. There was the tension out there during this whole pairing process, which took a while because they wanted to make sure they got it right, was palpable. Like, it was like everybody was in good spirits, but you could taste the oh my, we just want to get started so we can know how this ends.
Do I need to play in the cut tomorrow and a top 8 at the world's top cut? Yeah,
there's only 3 rounds tomorrow. That's crazy, right? It's gonna be the culmination of 15 rounds happens tomorrow. Well, let's go ahead. Let's open up the Choose Your Champion betting for everybody who's at home and ready to play. James, let's start breaking down these lists, because it looks like Pierre has started aggressively, and we might be getting a first round engagement. We're playing Salvage Mission. What's on that list?
All right. How do you actually say it?
It's XY.
XY.
You would like to be called XY.
XY it is going to be flying a Republic list, mainly composed of the socks. Got to keep those socks on your feet to keep them protected. Got to keep those socks in your list to keep your tokens sharing. Has contrail. This is going to be the customizable contrail, though. Has the ability to, if his maneuver is the same revealed maneuver of the enemy ships, you may change one of the enemy ships' focus or focus results to a blank. So if I do a 2-turn or just a turn left maneuver and you do a turn left maneuver, I can turn down one of your focus results. It has proton bombs, the best configuration to give him that bomb, and a good lock to you can spend a lock to change a result to a hit. Has synchronized consoles to pass those locks or to receive a lock that is passed. Has R7A7, the crit bot, the crit astromech there, and crack shot. Of course, Control loves that crack shot. Are we getting dice?
We were just outside of range 3. Little bit of a oopsie doopsie there, but no range. Going into round 2.
What, like pretending like we're after 15 rounds of games, we're gonna be perfect?
You're a little tired? You're a little tired?
You're tired? Come on. Kickback is one of the next pilots in this list at Initiative 5, which is a great bump. A great bump for that kickback from the customizable version. Has the Siege of Coruscant kickback has the ability to, after you perform a barrel roll, he can link it to a red lock action and still do the link into evade if he takes a strain, which will turn off the Born for this ability for the time being, but he does love passing out those evades to his friends. Born for this can, any friendly at range 0 to 2 can spend his tokens as if they were their own. Has Diamond Boron Missile, so really wants to do those lock actions to get that 3rd attack die at range 2 and 3, and has munitions failsafe in case you just like blank out and you're like, I'm just gonna keep the lock, don't worry about it. Can just say no thank you and turn it all, like pretend it never happened. We have Click here in the V wing. Also Siege of Coruscant here as well. Has an extra shield. I love that extra shield on Click and that Siege of Coruscant pack. Can reduce range bonuses, prevent range bonuses at range 3 for his opponents, or also prevent range 1s of his opponents. Has R3 astromech to make sure that he has options out there for his locks. Looks like he currently has his locks on both of the ARC 170s in this list. Has precision ion engines, or PI, and the ESC configuration, not the best configuration. And those two ARC 170s out there are Wolf and Jag. Wolf has the ability to reroll a dice out the front by swinging a charge, and when he's performing a rear arc attack, can recover a charge to roll an additional die. Has Wolf Pack to spend friendly born for this locks. Has a Veteran Tail Gunner to perform a primary arc front and then a free bonus attack out the rear. And that Q7 astromech to keep some interesting barrel roll shenanigans when going through obstacles. Jag, a real linchpin of this list here. You'll see him out there in blue. Has the ability to acquire a lock when a friendly ship in his side arc performs an attack. You can acquire a lock on the defender. Has a Veteran Tail Gunner, R4P astromech, and synchronized consoles. That R4P astromech can reduce the difficulty of a basic maneuver, which is pretty great on the ARC 170 dial. And we see, close it up. We have Stub here, and usually we see Stub just slap a shield upgrade on him, call it a day. But this Stub says no. 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 I
am more than just that.
I am more than just the sum of my parts here. Has ion torpedoes, synchronized consoles, probably to receive the lock more often than taking the lock and passing it. Has fire control systems. Dedicated, and Stub has the ability to, while he defends, if your speed is even, you roll an additional defense die, and while you attack, if your revealed maneuver is odd, roll an additional attack die. Only on primary, so no 5-die ion torpedoes out there. That would be pretty cool. All right, Dion, we're going to break down Pierre Buffiere's list here.
Yeah, let's make it happen. So Pierre here is, we had him on earlier. See, we're about to get engagement. I believe he was on day...
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday, right? So many games of X-Wing.
Yeah.
Who knows what round it is? Maybe somebody in the offense.
For sure, Adepticon.
Yeah. Did we hear loud clapping in the room? Yes. I think the Legion. There was a Legion game going on near us. Happy clapping. But here we go.
Lots of happy claps.
Pierre here bringing what has become a meta staple for the Separatists. We got Jango Fett built to the nines in what I would consider the typical way, with the flex being on what happens in that Alyssum slot, and of course the choice there being Dead Man Switch. We got Notorious for some defensive reactions there, as well as offensive potential. Savage Press for a force charge jamming beam. It's probably not going to be relevant in this matchup, but it is there. Proton Bomb for some potential bombing of a swarm. This is a type of matchup where you really got to watch out for those Proton Bombs that can have high value hits. We got False Transponders. Pick a target lock it, and you give it a jam. Or if somebody target locks you, they jam themselves. Slave 1 title for some hit to crit ability when you're firing in the full back arc. And then Veteran Tail Gunner.
Those ARC 170s are not the only one out there with those Veteran Tail Gunners.
Then we have General Grievous, outmaneuver, Impervium plating, Soulless one there on General Grievous. It is the typical loadout. Going to get a little side-to-side action here for XY, making it easier to get around. Then we have Dirge. Dirge has made a couple of appearances here. Definitely a standout from that Hot Shots, from the newest set of ship releases. Has really made a statement here in this, and in the end of this season. We got proton cannons with that bullseye, 4 dice, proton bomb, Xanadu Blood, and elusive for some defensiveness. And last but not least, some secret sauce here. Bombardment drones are amazing. You got proximity mines. You got independent calculations and landing struts. So, James, what ended up being the final voting for our
Very good question here.
Oh my goodness!
No way.
What?
You have 16 seconds left. Someone break this tie, please.
It is 50-50. I really do think this is a toss-up. I have no idea who's going to end up taking this. We're getting our first engagement right here. Can we put them in initiative order? Just make it a little easier for me to track. Thank you. All right, we're going to drop a focus there on Dirge. Perfection. Thank you so much.
I just like to have it in table order to make sure that I can see whose shields are who.
Yeah.
That's what I usually go for. But we're going to see that roll focus from Dirge right in front of that rock. Right in front of that rock, but may be enough to make sure that he has...
Is he lining up a bullseye?
Yeah, it may be enough just to get him out of the arc of some enemy ships.
Yeah, he may have gotten out of the Torrent and Kickback, as well as possibly Stub down there in the Z95. Django turning out and also going to boost, setting up a chase me situation. You know, these fire sprays, love it. And yes, the proton bombs are dangerous against swarm type lists. You just get higher and higher value the more ships you're able to hit with that proton bomb.
Yeah, hopefully not your own.
Hopefully not.
All right. Dirge does have no illicit on Dirge, so no contraband cybernetics, none of that. So we're not going to be able to see any 5K or 2 Talons this upcoming turn.
All right, we have the Force from Savage Opress out there on the board. There's a renewing resource every turn, able to regenerate that Force.
Django, very similar ability to Contrail. Turn a eyeball to a blink. If his reveal maneuver is less stressful, is the best way to say it, less difficult than the opponent's.
And here we go. We have range 2 stick being put out there.
Just to try to see if it's obstructed to
Contrail.
Yeah. Looks to be obstructed to Contrail, unobstructed to Kickback. And just to clarify again, most of these ships here are going to be borned for this, so they will be getting a ton of extra tokens out there. So we could see Buffiere pass the token to...
Well, here we go. This is going into Kickback. Trail mix, 1 of each. Going to be at 1 hit.
Going to leave it. Oh
Natties.
Boy! Oh boy! Good job on Django leaving that leaving that Force unused there. Would have been a useless choice. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have Kickback to shoot next. Obviously, we have range here. We have arc. There's 2 dice.
Focus, crit. There's no focus there. He went to change it. I was like, wait a second, I have an evade.
All right.
And that's safe for Django.
So far, no damage, I think.
Now, here we go. Contrail trying to see if he has a shot on the Dirge.
If he just bends that stick a little bit more.
This might be worth a judge call.
This might be worth a judge call for sure.
Yeah, this is. I would definitely call a judge on it. And we have table pointing.
Looks like a judge may already be in the room, in the house, listening to what they're saying. Oh, they determined it was in arc at range 2.
All right, a 1 hit. And, ooh, a blank out there.
Ooh, has the focus?
Dirge taking his, oh wait, Elusive?
Elusive. No, man. We have not seen a lot of elusives today actually work.
Nope.
A lot of blanks to blanks.
Dirge here deciding to take the single point of damage in favor of having a modification for this proton cannon that he's about to unleash.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
Let's see who are the options.
So he may be a range. Oh, no, it's range 2. Range 2, so it does have that proton cannon online. If it was range 1, you don't have it, and you may have to shoot into someone else, but he may want to just shoot into kickback.
He's thinking about going into kickback's corner, seeing if he has that there.
We'll see. Goes into kickback. I mean, you can't pass the evade if you don't have any health left. All right.
Here we go, warming up them dice. Proton cannon. Ooh, only a single hit and a focus.
So it's going to be hit crit after the proton cannon conversion.
And Natty's out.
2 evades.
So able to hold on to this focus, especially with any other shots that are coming in here after Initiative 5. We should have a Click up next.
Click, yeah. Hasn't had the ability or the opportunity to spend his charge on anything thus far this round. Haven't had any range 1s to prevent, and haven't had any range 3 bonuses to prevent.
All right, range 3. Click. This is going to be a primary attack, single crit, double checking options.
It's like, no, I don't have any like free focus.
Yeah, like where's my stuff? No, not today. All right, got the evade. Dirge still looking clean.
Okay, all right. This one might be the one that hits. All right, range 2 looks to be unobstructed.
Here's the arc 173 rolled there. Hit crit. Dirge is trying to come out of this clean. We'll end up with probably at least 1 evade. Yes,
yeah,
got
absolutely.
2 with the focus. Only another shield. Shields are down.
That will give a lock to Jag because a ship in his side arc at range 2 perform an attack, and he can take a lock on the defender. I think the last shot we have here is going to be Jag or Stub, but Jag out no arc on any enemy ships, and Stub is going to be a range 2. Did you happen to see what the reveal maneuver was? I think it was a 2-turn, so it's going to be 3 dice. Oh,
nope,
only 2.
Not today. Spends for 2. Going into Dirge, no modifications here. Looking for natties. Not today. That was obstructed. Does end up with 1 squiggle and a single damage card there onto Dirge. We are into the hull. So now we're on to the bombardment drone. Does it have a shot? Where is it at? It's up there at the top of the board. End of turn scoring, 2 points for each. You can see that Pierre Buffiere has the yellow and blue side of our GSP player tokens, with XY having the red side of those player tokens. So we're tied up 2-2. It's still anybody's game.
Yeah, man, I am unsure on how this proton bomb is going to go. Could be pretty dangerous. I mean, Wolf might just eat that proton bomb and just be like, cool.
I'm fine with it, because
I got a front back shot.
It is only 1 damage, and when you have shields, you feel like you can shrug it off, right? But sometimes there's overreaction.
All right, so he is not currently carrying a crate, so he really doesn't care about it. But Jag may not want to be too aggressive here. That 3 hard looks pretty cool from Jag right now, using that R4P astromech to reduce it to a white. But maybe you don't want to get so close to that bomb and take a crit and lose your crate, because you will. That crate will fall off after you suffer a critical damage.
Because it's just suffer a critical damage.
Not while defending. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do directly with an attack.
It does not work if you're being dealt a face-up damage card. If you're not
from some other thing,
or being exposed.
Yes.
I said that kind of weird, sorry.
It's suffer.
suffer a critical damage, which happens to have the effect of a face-up damage card or a shield.
Now, as we hang out here in our 10th round of X-Wing for the main event, our 15-round overall, because we had 5 in the LCQ, let's say thank you to everybody who made this possible. Let's first shout out Atomic Mass Games and Adepticon. Without them, we would not be here. Thank you so much for the confidence and the invite to bring the world championships of X-Wing. It's a high honor, and we thank you for it.
Our own invite to Worlds.
Correct. Yeah, we got a Worlds invite, everybody.
Confirmed Worlds invite. We won Adepticon last year. So.
We did. No doubt we did. Yeah, we did. All right. And, there's some people who won't understand that, but it's all right. Those of you who know, you're the real ones. You're the real ones, you know.
Yeah.
And then, of course, thank you to our sponsors, our amazing patrons, and Curl Paw Creatives. You can use their service to upgrade your cardboard tokens to amazing third-party acrylic. Pick your favorite Atomic Mass Games game, and I bet they have something for you. All right, so we have Pierre versus XY here in our 3rd turn of this round.
All right, I think who's the first to move here? I think it's going to be down to Road if it's Stub and Jag, or the bombardment drone. Man. One thing I don't want to see come toward the bottom of the board is that bombardment drone. You stay up there.
Yep. Stay fine. They're fine. Go up there.
Fine, stay on the rock. I'm going to be over here.
I'm not interested in you.
Not taking proton or not taking proximity mines. That's one thing I won't be doing.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that will be happening this turn that is quite unfortunate is Dirt is going to be having to go over that rock. Right.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Maybe someone moves close enough that he can bump and not hit it, but the next turn he'll guarantee to hit it.
Yeah, we'll see what the trade ends up being here, because the barrel roll did a couple of things. It increases defense from a bunch of shots coming in. It also took away the range 1 shot from Wolf. So if you don't suffer the damage,
the extra damage
on top of what you're already going to get, I think that ends up being a worthy trade.
So basically he went -1 red die.
Yep.
And plus 3 green dice.
Yep.
Because he got 1 from Click, 1 from Contrail, and 1 from Stub. So pretty great. And yeah. So, I mean, yeah, if he only takes that 1 damage, the auto 1 damage from the asteroid, could be pretty good.
People asking, is Dirge cloaked? It is not. That is a target lock from Jag. We do have the official cloak tokens with that triangle arrow shape as needed. As seen in our previous game when we had some cloaking ships.
So many cloaking ships in our last game. It was too many. Honestly, too many cloaking ships. You know how many cloaking ships is too many? 1. 1 cloaking ship is too many. I'm just haunted by the TIE Phantom still. The 4 TIE Phantom list from the infamous 2019 year. Still just haunts my dreams.
It just haunts your dreams. I was one of those bad people.
Yeah, you were. I know you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
I think it's Ryan Farmer that says he's won a system open asterisk.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
I think honestly, anyone but the first person that flew that list is asterisk winner.
It's okay.
It was such a nasty list. I'm so glad you can't do it anymore. Can you? Oh God, don't! I need to stop talking about it.
No, because it's an extended ship.
Extended only, yeah.
For now.
Yeah, but I still see a ton of extended events going on.
I mean, why not? Just like take
all your toys.
Take out your toys. Cause there's time to practice, right? And AMG has been very adamant about like play your games the way you want to play them, right?
Absolutely.
We have a standardized format for tournaments that we can all have an agreement. But hey, please, League Night, throw an extended event if you want. Do your thing, play with your games, have fun.
You still can run 4 of them, but they're all the Indar test pilot.
Mm-hmm. You lose the juke.
And you lose juke. But you get... nah, you don't really get anything.
All right, well... going back here to our game, we just had Django Fett and Dirge both drop proton bombs.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Dirge has a proton bomb too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
Please, Jag, please remember that this was a bomb going off here.
We will see how aggressive XY was going into this bomb field. Remember, that is a range 1 radius from each of those bombs to see if they will be going off.
So he's taking
Here's
one
Jag,
at least
one
here.
bank. That looks to be in range to me.
Yeah.
Unless the ARC 170s do have barrel roll. It's rarely done.
Nope. Holding the crate.
Oh, you do not have barrel roll. You would have had to got rid of it at the last turn. Oh, no. Nope. Oopsie doopsie. We'll get that. Help get that corrected here in a second. No repositions. Easy fix.
Easy fix. We had DU in there, and he saw it about the same time as I did. He was like, wait a second. You can't do that.
Yeah. And actually, that medium base barrel roll was done incorrectly as well.
How so?
He lined it up like a large base, where he put it, instead of going off of the hash mark, he was going off of the edge of the plastic.
So he got less than he wanted?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You robbed yourself.
You're robbing yourself? Why are you robbing yourself?
Well, in some cases, if you're barrel rolling like next to a rock, that might actually be a good thing. But yeah, the medium base barrel roll is really funky looking, but it makes sense. All the barrel rolls are technically the same if you pay attention to how the hash mark relates to the template.
It doesn't matter where the base is.
Nope.
It's the hash mark to template
to each
relationship.
The edges of the template. Yep.
Yeah.
In my how to barrel roll video, I literally take the plastic and I throw it across the room.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's all about the hash mark.
Honestly, just use a 2D line. Just the hash mark.
That's it.
It's like paint everything else black, or I guess most of them are already black, but like get rid of everything else. Just the hash mark. Look at the hash mark. Look at the hash mark. So we're gonna at least be losing a that crate on Jag for sure, because I'm like 90% sure he's at least in range 1 of one of those.
All right, so we got to rotate here.
Those landing struts on the Hyena bomber, just little hyena walking around up there on that asteroid.
Oh, you know, and I was realizing earlier we were talking about the stakes. The other thing that's at
steak.
Yum. That is at stake here is if Pierre wins this game, he has a good chance of getting that top seed, right? And while nobody here is a schlub, right? Mm-hmm. Playing against the 8th ranked player, it's probably a little bit better than playing against the 2nd or the 3rd.
Maybe
you know,
it could be a little bit easier.
Potentially, not guaranteed. Top 8 in Worlds, it's going to be cutthroat, almost no matter what.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Wolf said, "I don't care about your little proton bombs."
That's right. I'll take them.
I'll take both of them, actually.
I'll take 2.
I'll take 2.
All right. So looks like Kickback did care, banking out and deciding to go along the right side of the board.
Looks like Stub used his action to clear off the false transponder codes of Django. Great use of that action there, because it's unlikely that you're going to be getting shot this turn. So great use of your action while you can. All right, and I think the Dirge is up next to move. Gonna have some hard choices. Hopefully you didn't do a 2-bank. Hopefully you went to the ship right towards that bottom of the board. Oh, thank goodness. With a 2-banker right. Is gonna take some damage here, but not gonna get blocked on the rock, and possibly taking his own proton bomb. Is going to be taking, at the very least, a rear shot from Jag has the lock already. Takes an additional damage. Takes 2. Not a crit, just a face down. No half points in this scenario, though. Which is very good because Dirge can still fly away and live to fight
another day.
Another day. And still live to fight another day after that, too, if he gets his ability off.
It's true. All things are true.
All right, we're going to see Django do an incredible move here. Incredible. 1 straight.
I mean, it's just so good. You keep your distance, continue bombing.
Bomb again.
And we've talked so often about this, James. The chassis of the fire spray is just amazing. Having the no penalty for shooting out of the back. It is just a normal 3-dice attack.
Yeah, super cool. Super cool.
The fire spray is James' favorite ship. I'm not sure if you were aware of that.
Yeah.
AMG, please buff.
Please buff. Please just make fire sprays just the best ship in the game. Oh, it already is, so make it even better. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of that. The bow tie fixed arc like that, where it's 3 dice at the front, 3 dice at the back, has boost, medium base. It's just, in my opinion, a little too good.
Let's look at these bombas. It looks like both air arcs suffer both bombs.
Wow.
2 shields off Jag, 2 shields off Wolf. And that does mean that Jag is forced to drop the cargo because he suffered a critical damage. Remember, suffering critical damage is irregardless of whether it's on shields or a card. If it's critical, it is critical.
Get those out of here. I don't even want to get them out of my sight. All right, XY, a little unfortunate to be taking both bombs on both arcs, but sometimes things happen. All right, we still have the shots here at range 2 most likely, but could be range 1.
We'll find out how many dice here. This is going into Wolf from Django Fett.
I love how Pierre warms up those. Oh, in the box.
Redo. That looks pretty good, though. Here, crit. Single die here. Rolled a focus.
Spin from Contrail. Oh, Contrail is not customizable. Ooh.
He's got his own focus.
Could, yeah.
But he knows he's got a big shot coming up.
Yeah.
He's got a big shot coming up with that Wolf ability.
So he's going to spin the evade from
so this is, go ahead, explain this. This is a Siege of Coruscant ability here.
Born for this. So let's go ahead and pull up one of those cards real quick. I'll pull up Kickback because it's just someone you were doing. Born for this. Well, another friendly ship at range 0 to 2 defends. If you are not strained, it may spin your focus and evade tokens as if that ship has them. If it does, you gain 1 strain token.
A shield and a card there for Wolf. Disabled power regulator.
Ooh.
So going to be suffering some ion tokens at the start of engagement. Just needs 2 ion tokens to be fully ionized.
All right, it's going to be range 2 back. So let's take a 3-die shot out the front. Ooh, going into the bombardment drone. Maybe you don't want to take proxies later on as well. Rerolls 1 die with the Wolf charge.
Yep. And blank to blank, single crit there. Not spending that focus earlier on defense, and Django able to avoid it.
All right, veteran tail gunner going to take a range 2 shot at Dirge here. Going to recover a charge, throw 3 dice. Not great either, but has the lock from Jag using the Wolf Pack ability. He's going to keep the focus. Okay. Only re-rolling the blank results here. All right.
Double focus, spin. This is going to be 3 going into Dirge. And 1 evade. That's going to be 2 in Dirge. Goes down. 4-point swing there for XY. 2 to 6.
Reveals him. What do we got? What are we throwing away?
All kinds of fun stuff.
My.
Fuel leak,
there's 1 pilot. So he's down to 4 hull.
So this is Dirge's ability going off, everybody.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and read Dirge's ability real quick.
So he'll be left at 1 at the end of this, by the way.
After he's destroyed, he can spend a 1 charge, reveal all of your face-down damage cards. If you do, discard each direct hit and each of your damage cards with a pilot trait, then repair all of your face-down damage cards. He only revealed 1 card that met that criteria, and that's going to be the 1 pilot card. So all the other ones were ship cards, but they were not direct hits.
Alrighty. So I got excited about the score. I forgot about Dirge's ability. Points not awarded quite yet, but Dirge gets to fight another day for now. We'll see if that one haul may end up being absolutely massive. Here we go. Pierre firing here. 2 hits. This is General Grievous, I believe, from downtown.
Into the side of Wolf.
Yep, 3 hits, and all of those are hitting. 1, 2, 3.
2 hull remaining on Wolf. Could definitely still be going down here. We still have the bombardment drone to shoot. We'll hold the phone. We still have Jag.
We still got Jag. He can still take out Dirge. Spend the focus.
And he will. Dirge only has 2 evade dice anyway.
Guaranteed. Dirge goes off the board. Now I can correctly
can you be excited again?
Confirm 2 to 6. XY's taking the lead.
XY taking the lead. Only really a moral victory right now. His Republic ships are, especially these arcs.
They're on fire.
They're on fire. Everything's on fire. Everything's terrible. But still ahead.
All right, next shot coming in for the Republic. Hit crit.
That's going to be a shield onto Django.
That's from Stub.
Django.
From downtown, we just finished up Initiative 3. Bombardment drone should be up next, but I don't think it has range. If it does, it will take a shot at Wolf, most likely.
Yeah, I don't know why Dirge doesn't have 2 charges. That's just... He just needs more.
He will just keep continuing to live.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It looks like he's got shot long range, calculates in hand. 2 dice.
2
hits. 1 squiggle. Do we have any born for this? No, not available.
We already used it.
Down to 1.
Down to 1. Could have, instead of passing the evade earlier, could have passed the focus. And we could have passed the evade here, but wanted to keep that focus for attack on click. All right, after that round, we're going to get 1 point for XY
and 2 for Pierre.
2 for Pierre.
So right now, the bombardment drone and General Grievous are both holding salvage, denotated by the fact that they got the yellow and blue GSP player tokens up there, and you can see that also Click has 1. They're just on the red side.
Yeah. All right, so XY still has to contend. I mean, is there any maneuver? Wait, is Wolf at...
Wolf's at 1.
4? No, he's at 2. 6. There's 6-3.
1, 2, 3. There's 5 cards there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Yep.
I can count.
You know what's coming from Django?
Yeah, that proton bomb.
Proton bomb. It's unless Pierre were to forget that he should be dropping it now. Wolf
I mean, he can. He had to too hard barrel roll. It's the only thing.
Bail so hard.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to have to. And then hope that Django doesn't go a slow maneuver again, which why wouldn't he?
So you'd have to 2 hard. Is it 3 hard red on an arc?
You know what? You know what we haven't seen a single time, though?
What have we not seen?
And a very important upgrade on Django.
What is that?
Notorious.
Ooh, you are right. We have not seen any Notorious triggers.
And we definitely have had the opportunity to.
Yes.
So that could have been onto Wolf. I guess technically wouldn't have mattered. I may have missed it. But wouldn't have mattered because Django or Grievous had him outmaneuvered at range 2, so would have had no dice anyway.
Right.
I wonder what happens in that situation.
So you got to remember, Notorious is there to set up a strain for
Grievous
Dirge, and the bombardment drone to attack. It has nothing to do with offense for Django.
In this game, yes.
Yes.
But could
in a mirror match versus another Initiative 6.
Absolutely.
That can be money.
That's a choice. Like Anakin Skywalker moving up at range 1 of you and doesn't manage to get out of your arc and says, I have to shoot him, right? Mm-hmm. Takes a strain. Man, no, thank you. No, no gracias.
Pass.
All right, we have a planning phase here going into turn number 4 of round 10. Double-digit rounds.
Double-digit rounds.
Is this the highest rounds of any event ever of Swiss?
Of total? I mean, are you counting the LCQ?
No.
10 rounds of Swiss? I think so.
I mean,
the 7 is, I think, is the most we've done.
What was the format for Worlds in the past?
They've been different. They've kind of switched stuff around. Okay. The longest one before that was 7 rounds of Swiss into a cut.
In one day, right? It was
it was 7 in one day, which was brutal.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. No thank you.
There was no let's hang out for dinner and have drinks afterwards. Yeah. There was just everybody go night-night.
First of all, it's 2 a.m. and everything's closed.
Yeah. Everybody go night-night. Well, here we go. Speaking of possibly going night-night, we see Django dropping that proton bomb. Let's see if Wolf remembered it. Or let me not say remember. Let's see if Wolf is going to try to do anything about it.
I mean, he has to try to do something about it. He can't not do anything about it. But, yeah. All right, Stub does an odd maneuver, does a 1 straight, so that does turn on the ability to do some extra firepower, right? Am I remembering that incorrectly? Let's see. What is it? Stub.
All right, here comes...
no, this is still reveal maneuver defense.
So Jag moving up here, going too hard, gonna be in range of the proton bomb. Last shield will pop off because of that. I think that maneuver tells you that he did not bail with Wolf.
There's nowhere for Wolf to go now.
Right.
That's unfortunate. But you know, sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. I guess could possibly get out with a 1 straight bear roll will not do it.
Takes a focus.
Ooh, Grievous. A 1 or 3 bank here. No options for repositioning because it is a crate carrier at this time.
3 bank avoids the rock there and sets you up for a nice, most likely range 1 shot against kickback.
We do see a too hard here.
Too hard has 1 ion token already.
Oh, hold on.
Could he make that barrel roll?
Hold on.
That would be.
I don't think so, but you have to try. You have to try.
Money. He's yeah. Let's give it a go. There's the hand is like I don't know if it's gonna fit. Yeah. Let's see. Let's find out.
Let's see if we can maybe shake the table enough for that rock to move.
It's like the ping pong, right? Just a little bump. Just a little bump. It'll be okay.
It clears the table of any extraneous tokens. I mean, you got to go for the barrel roll, right?
You do have to.
At least try. At least try. You're at 1 hole. At least make Django shoot you.
Let's see what XY wants to do. You saw him hand signal it. He was like, barrel roll, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. My boy gonna die.
Are you reading hands?
Yes.
My boy gonna die.
Yeah, that's what that is. Like my. I set it with the middle. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. As far forward as possible. Do you get in the gap? And nope. It's on the rock. It's on the rock. My head. Shame. Wait. No. Did it fit?
No, you did the wrong maneuver again.
He did it wrong.
All right, here we go. We got the one bank with kickback.
Okay, well, they said they did it correctly.
Yep, that's just double checking.
Sounds good. Does a... Is
he on the rock? No.
No, he's in the little. He's
in the gap.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Well, I don't know. I honestly missed it, but Pierre's like, yeah.
That's why it's always good to double check, right? Just make sure we're up on the up and up. All right, so everything's looking good there.
It is confusing. It doesn't look right.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right at all. We do see a barrel roll here. We could see... Does that gets out of Grievous' arc? Wow. What? Does not link it into the...
And it looks like Contrail is going to be making a turn here.
No way.
And they're debating whether or not this is Grievous's fault for the bump.
I think it does look
right?
Grievous's fault, but the thing is, it keeps Contrail out of arc of Grievous.
Oh, money. It's going to be close. That's a judge call.
D's standing right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. D was standing right there and said, "Yep, that looks good to me."
All right, here's that bombardment drone. No, sorry, Django Fett bombardment already stayed put.
Django does the 4K
flip.
All right. Django is going to need to do some damage into Wolf here. If Wolf did manage to get out of that proton bomb, it's going to be super close. One shield, and there it is. Okay, it was in range. All of that worrying.
All that worrying, and it didn't matter. It did end up reach. We did lose a shield also on Jag. That's 8-7 is our score.
So proton bomb damage this game.
That's been huge.
4 damage, 5, 6. 6 damage from 3 proton bombs. Mm-hmm. Wow. And all that's on 2 ships.
Yeah.
Got stuck between a bomb and a hard place. No kidding.
All right, here's our first attack. Django Fett hit, crit. These dice are on fire.
I don't think this is Django, is it?
Yeah, we're at initiative 6. No, unless he doesn't reach.
I don't think he reaches there. But I don't think we had any damage. That was on to click. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought he was
that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it's just got a shot.
I was looking at Jag.
Wow.
I was looking at all my eyeballs on that big, beautiful ship over there. I only have eyes for arcs.
Only have eyes for arcs. We're going to Contrail here. 1 damage. Spend the target lock. Looking at Grievous here. Looking for something big. There we go.
That's a little big.
Hit crit. Oh, not
boy,
enough.
Grievous.
Take the shield.
Still had the reroll available to him because for Solus 1 title.
And this forces the drop of the salvage by Grievous.
That's definitely going to help, for sure.
Got to slow the bleeding. So who has salvage now?
Who has salvage?
So I see 1, 2, 3 of them out, which is we have 2 of them.
It's on Click and the bombardment drone.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah.
All right, next attack coming in here. This is Click from downtown into Django, I believe.
Looks like just 1 damage. That's probably onto the bombardment drone. Oh, Ars. No, this is a contrail. Oh, okay. Just dodged it.
Oh, kickback fired first. That's what it was, right?
Kickback. Yes, that's correct.
I always forget that kickback's initiative 5.
Yeah. Well, kickback is initiative 4 on the customizable version.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah. I don't know why that's so confusing. They're different initiatives. All right. This looks to be Click range 3 onto the bombardment drone.
Here's a roll. Double blanks.
No.
Where's heroic when you need it?
I still haven't seen a single Click trigger.
Not one.
I try to do it as often as possible, but sometimes there's just there's no opportunities to. You know what? We may see one coming up next, but we're going to see a big shot here.
Hit crit,
wow.
Double blink. Wow. XY, this is just not meant to be, my friend.
Hit crit into Jag. His shields are already down.
Strain for Born for this. Oh, no, this was
Dedicated? Dedicated.
Yes.
Just the crit?
Single crit. And stun pilot.
Oh, thank goodness. Gonna be mostly a blink crit there.
Just as long as you don't hit that rock, there's one sitting right there. Don't speak too soon, James.
Why'd you bring the big rocks? They both brought big rocks, and they can not lie. All right, actually, we may get a Click trigger here from Click has a lock onto Jag, meaning that he can use that ability when Jag shoots Grievous. So Grievous looks like still be getting the extraction bonus, but will most likely not be getting the range 3 bonus.
Here we go. Big 4-die shot here. There we go. There's some off
torpedoes.
XY's like that. There's some dice. Unfortunately, he's only going to do one damage and so a few ions.
A few, 3 ions.
That's a few. I go one,
no,
a couple, and a few.
No, 1, a couple, and a few. No.
Yeah.
No.
He's ionized. That's the point.
Oh, shares a lock with Jag.
There we go.
And love that. Oh, make sure you spin the Click. Make sure you spin the Click. Well, we'll see. Let me whisper in your ear, XY.
Hit crit, spend focus. Hit it crit. Looking at General Grievous, and Grievous should have a reroll. Has a focus as well, could avoid all 3, and does with that focus expenditure.
This angers me. You're doing my boy wrong, XY. I love the Click. And looks like we mentioned earlier, the Republic able to dodge both, or dodge the arc of Grievous with huge, with an intentional self bump that wasn't even an allied or a friendly ship bump. It was still an enemy ship bump, but the backtracking made it bump all the way back to the friendly and avoid the arc of Grievous. Honestly, expert play. It also happened to get kicked back out of arc as well.
Yes.
So double whammy, and 1 point to each player there for their one objective that they're holding.
Now here's the thing, the score is close. I think the problem is that the Republic ships have taken some chip damage. Kickback's still pretty healthy, Contrail's still pretty healthy, so is Click and Jag. Actually, it feels
Jag could go down to one big shot from.
Yeah. That is the worry. It could go down in one engagement. Jango Fett's got to be careful though, because if I'm XY, you're playing conservative. You've been chasing Grievous here a little bit. You got rid of the shields. 5 points added to your score is not a bad idea. So this is still anybody's game. I see people calling GG.
Who's calling GG?
I've seen more than one person in the chat saying GG. You wrong. GG you.
GG you.
GG you. Good game. You lie. You wrong.
It is a good game, but not over yet.
Yeah, that's right. It's a great game. As we're hanging out here and waiting for the planning phase, I want to say thank you to Atomic Mass Games for providing us with some stream prizes. Stay tuned after the match for some player interviews as well as some giveaways before we head off to dinner for the evening.
Some num-nums?
Some num-nums.
Okay. I'm in. I'm starting to get a little rumbly.
Rumbly in the tumbler.
We went to an excellent steakhouse last night, and I had I didn't say great. Oh, okay. All right. But I had an excellent steak last night, and I got to watch Will just like hound on a full rack of ribs.
That's our boy.
Like an animal. He was just going at it.
Especially with, I mean, he doesn't have his big beard now.
Yeah.
He's trimmed up. But I remember one time
going. Very respectable now.
He's got his swoopy hair and his trim beard. Yeah. But I've seen him full lumberjack just chowing down like that. I was like, wow, you hungry. You are hungry.
All right. Hungry indeedy.
All right. I will say one of my favorite things being here in the World Championship atmosphere is seeing the crowd that forms around the different games as they get closer and closer to time. We have 57 minutes that have surpassed in this matchup, 54 for everybody else. We did start with a bit of a delay. But it's exciting. You can feel the tension going up. James, we're like 20 minutes-ish away from knowing who our top 8 is.
We may know some of them already.
We might. You want to go take a peek?
I'll take a peek.
We should prep our file, actually, to start putting in names, because that's going to matter here pretty soon.
All right. Let's see if we have any equal 10 numbers. I don't see any equal 10 numbers. Still 3 8-1s and 14 7 and 2s.
So none of those numbers equal 10 quite yet. So
I think that means that one of those 7-2s got paired down.
May have.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, maybe?
Well, it's unfortunate because that means that their strength of schedule is not going to be great. If they win.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Which is going to be it's going to come down to strength of schedule on who gets into the cut.
That's right. We got our field reporter and moderator Jason Grimwolf out there. I see him with his ears on. Thank you for his hard work out there.
When do you take your ears off, Dion?
I never take my ears off. Neither does he.
I don't take a break. I don't take ears off.
And I'm sure as we get those results rolling in, we'll get some field reports from our guy Jason Grimwolf as we start finding out who our top 8 of the World Championships 2023 are going to be.
Ooh, we're getting word that it was Timo that got paired down, but Timo is actually one of the 8-1s, so I believe.
Yeah, I mean, if he just wins his game, that's fine.
Oh, Timo's one of the 7-2s. But he is the top currently.
He's the top 7-2.
Top currently for SOS.
Yeah.
So
he wants to win. He wanted to win that game. All right, here we go. We are in activation.
It's me Grievous's ionization maneuver.
One of the big updates, of course, with ionization, it's not just a straight maneuver anymore. You could go left or right. You do have to show on the dial whether you're going left, right, or straight.
You put a turn or bank maneuver in, and do that based on the direction you do that maneuver. Oh boy, that's super close to the rock.
Let's go ahead and refresh that.
Yep.
But it looks like we actually do have some results for this round. Looks like Bartosz ends up beating out his opponent 20-7. We also had Alex Farley beat out Jelte de Boer, a world runner-up a few years ago. What was that score again? That was 24-6.
Sounds like a big swing at the last round there.
Another positioning.
Sorry. Oh, looks to be a giving up on old Grievous. Says go play in the corner. We're gonna focus on the real threat here, and that's gonna be Django Fett. Simple man, big objective.
We got another update here from Jason. Looks like Crispy just won his matchup 20-17. Christopher Patrick potentially, again, SOS is going to end up mattering here, potentially in the top cut.
Like I said earlier, after every single game that happens, the points change. So the SOS changes for every single thing. We don't play by extended strength of schedule, which it really extended strength of schedule, absolutely crazy. We just play with regular strength of schedule, but we do see Django do a boost action to boost over click. A big shot here from Grievous. Man, I think you got to spin that focus. You don't want to, but I think you gotta. Oh, takes it, hit, crit. Console fire for Jag. Down to 2 hull, possibly 1 hull after he engages. After that console fire.
Mm-hmm.
We see a veteran tail gunner from Django. Looks like Click is going to take shield. Okay. Currently the timer is at 63 minutes right now. Still could definitely get a couple of more rounds in if we don't get destruction here.
That's right. People were saying like the guts of having the stun pilot and just skirting these rocks.
Yeah, that is insane. We did see Stub take a rock as well. Looks like we took just 1 damage on them.
And here's that attack. 2 blanks and a hit. They're going to spend the target lock there going into the bombardment drone.
This is going to be a...
Got another result. 2 hits.
It's going to be a diamond boron missile.
If it hits, that's a crit and a deplete and a jam.
No, diamond boron.
Oh, diamond boron missile. That's just normal attacks and could spend for...
Yeah, an extra chance to damage the bombardment drone and
Django.
Sorry, Django. Yeah, sorry.
It looks like he was pointing out.
Ooh, don't damage yourself.
Was he in range as well?
I'm not sure.
And so nothing there for the bombardment drone. Nothing there for Django.
Wow. It's unfortunate, but we do see Wolf get a lock onto the bombardment drone due to his ability from kickback. All right, we see Contrail take a shot at most likely Django.
Here we go, initiative 5. Pop, pop. Blank focus.
Spin, no. Yeah, spin it. You can't share it with anyone else that matters.
And is there any defending happening this turn from
No.
kickback?
No.
He's not spending it.
isn't.
He's holding on to it. Maybe just in case it's an arc.
All right, looks to be a range 1 from Click, though.
Here we go. We're looking for big money here. Has a target lock on. Trail mix, one of each. They just called time in the other one. That means it's a 73-minute round.
2 hits coming into bombardment.
Evade, one damage. That's another card here on the bombardment drone, down to 3.
We know for sure that the attack from Jag is a range 2, because we just measured for that Diamond Boron missile effect.
Next shot coming in. This is Django.
No, this is
no, sorry, this is the bombardment drone.
Bombardment drone.
Into Jag, one of each. Spends for 2 hits.
Could be the end of Jag. It is.
And that's it, 2 damage. Ends up rolling the blank. And do we have any Born for this? No, we have Dedicated. Got the evade.
Wow, that could
lives to fight another day.
Well, he's gonna have to roll console fire about it. And unfortunately, you can't dedicate that console fire.
He's got a chance. He's got a chance.
You got a 3 innate chance to die here.
And the console fire goes boom. Jag fought, survived, and then lost the battle.
Still gets to shoot.
Does get to shoot because of the simultaneous fire rule here.
Range 2. Ooh, checking for obstruction though. Looks like it's obstructed.
Close.
Yeah.
Looking at the corner of that arc.
They're calling for a judge to make sure that that arc is accurate.
So there we go. We have Chris Allen coming through, going under the top rope to check obstruction here. This game is down to the wire. Pierre currently ahead, 13-8, taking an aggressive lead. But it is still anyone's game. And backing it up, I'm seeing a little bit of corner of rock there.
I see a little rock. I need a 3 straight. That's what I want. Ooh, the 1.5.
Gonna go ahead, grab the 1.5. It's a useful tool.
It's a useful tool. I made fun of it, but it's useful. Spin a focus.
It looks to be range 2. Spends for hit, crit. How many dice? 2 or 3? It's obstructed. 1 evade, hit, crit. Could go down if it's a double damage. What do we get? Oh, wow. It's a direct hit.
Wow.
It's a direct hit.
That is.
Let's get a pop in the chat.
Pop everywhere in the chat here. What does that leave us at points?
That's 13-11, and also super important here, forces the hyena to drop the crate,
yeah.
And that hyena never dropped any proximity mines. The offense never hit the table.
I think that may, if we get one more round, we have one more round coming up.
Yeah, we do. I mean, the time is to remember, we are on a delay. I believe, looking a quick peek, I think this is a 73-minute round. You can't quote me on it. The judges will be calling the time.
Can I quote you on that?
You cannot. You cannot quote me. No quotes allowed.
Grab one of the judges.
All right. Yeah, like I said, we're at 70 minutes exactly right now.
So there's a good chance this ends up being the last round. We're just double checking, make sure the judges are ready to call time. All right, that's what we figured, but so that you can make the call once it goes. Great, thank you.
Awesome. Confirmed. I could have quoted you on that.
You could have quoted me on that. I would have been correct. So with 70 minutes, it's probably going to be the last round. Obviously, the players don't know that; they're just going to play. Let's go ahead and just kind of update some things. I'm pretty sure both proton bombs are gone on Django. So let's go ahead and cross that off. So that tool is not currently available. Impervium plating, both charges, I believe, are still live on General Grievous. Not that he's really going to be part of the solution here, but you know what I do see out there? I see a bunch
of crates.
A bunch of crates.
A bunch of crates.
And there are.
There's only one that Django can pick up.
There is only one that Django can pick up. You have Click out there at the top. This is perfect time for Telestrator time.
So
go ahead.
Click up here at the top can definitely boost forward or jump forward here and grab this objective. That'll be one objective for Click, another objective for actually Click is already holding an objective.
Oh, he's already holding one.
All right, starting over.
That corner was doing some weird stuff.
All right, so we already have, Click is already holding one, so can
Stub get there? Can Stub and Kick back save
Stub
the day?
just grab the one in the middle.
So
we didn't even roll. We didn't roll road because mostly it didn't matter here. But we did see Stub move up and grab that middle one. So that's going to be one for Stub.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. I saw the point. He can't claim because he has one already. XY may have just messed up.
Why?
He said claim, and Pierre said you have one already.
But there's still one right here.
There is one still there, but oh my goodness.
Yeah, and we can get Contrail to move right there and grab it.
Oh man, this is coming down to the wire. General Grievous barrel rolling in, trying to see if he can get an attack here. Trying to get some damage in. And here is kickback, one forward. Is he in range to claim? Oh no. Why didn't he claim? Does Kickback have one already?
Yeah, no, Kickback doesn't have one.
Why didn't he claim?
Because it's going to be Contrail claim it.
Oh, okay, we're good. I'm just nervous, man. I'm just nervous.
Literally, Dylan's hands are over here just shaking. He shook.
I am shooketh.
Be shooketh.
Okay. So Stub needs to survive a range one shot from Django. He's got 3.
And a outmaneuvered shot from Grievous.
Oh, you're right. I mean, that's the game.
Yeah.
That's the game. If Stub goes down, that's 3 points to Pierre. That would be 16. XY would then gain 1, 2. 2 points.
The thing
which
is,
would be
though,
14.
Stub has an evade focus. Gonna prevent the reach one.
Oh, there, Click. Finally coming in.
Oh my goodness, Click, you did it.
Only 3 dice.
You did it.
Only 3 dice in here. Big warm up. Let's see what we get.
Pierre's really warming up those dice. Oh, one out of the box.
2 hits.
Rolls for the lock.
And a blank.
It's a blank to blank.
Stub lives. I think XY is going to win this one.
Takes a strain on Kickback to pass the evade over and spend that evade.
Yep, that's no damage.
Stub.
Grievous would have to full destruction with maybe a crit or something, double damage. Listen, we saw it with the bombardment drone. Here we go. It's coming down to the wire. General Grievous.
Lots of warming up those dice.
Spin for 3 hits. Normally 2 agility will end up, it's obstructed, right? Is he gone? Oh my goodness. On the final row. It's obstructed plus outmaneuver, right? It's 2?
Yeah, no, that's correct. Yeah, it's correct.
Oh. The swingingness. Outmaneuvered. 3-2 blanks. Pierre Buffiere wins the game and cements his win here in the 10th round of the World Championships of X-Wing. Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.